Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but welcome to EVE Online. EVE Online is a sandbox MMORPG in space. Yes, in space. You, player, are a capsuleer. You fly around spaceships and you can do many things in this game. And today, I'm going to be doing missions, which are essentially quests in this game, while I go over other things about this game, EVE Online. So let's start. Let's go. I'll grab my mission, and we'll begin. So, EVE Online. This game's been around for a while, and I haven't made any videos about it because, well, mostly I haven't been making videos, obviously. But let's not focus on that. Let's go. So, EVE Online. When you start this game, you start out in the character creation and you get to pick one of 4 races: the Amara, the Galente, the Caldari, or the Mimitar. It's not very important which race you pick because any pilot can fly any ship. This is my ship, in which I'm going to be doing the mission. Hang on real quick, I don't think I read the details. Okay. So as you can see, this is my ship. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Carousel? Carousel? Probably Carousel. My character in this game is Caldari. Caldari fly ships that look similar to this. So where do I begin? There's so many things to do in this game. I'll begin by fixing my overlay. Okay, I'll explain my overlay. So this the UI in the game. You've got your chat, your cargo hold for the ship. You've got your main ship controls here, I guess is what you could call them. Your capacitor, your ship's energy, that's what your capacitor is. These 3 bars represent your health points, essentially. Your shield health points, your armor health points, and then your structure health points. Once you lose all of your structure, you die. You explode, and you go into a pod. And hopefully you don't die in your pod because then your character dies. However, in this game, because the technology is so advanced and we're just awesome, we can never really die, because when we die, our brain is scanned and sent to a medical clone where you wake up in a medical bay, which is pretty cool. So let's do this mission.
Warp drive active.
There's some mission info here. So, how do you level up? How do you gain experience in this game? Well, you don't. There is no such thing as levels. There is the way the system in this game works is by skill points. You train skill points over real time. There's my character, yes, Jay. I know he's not very good looking. But you train skill points over time. Right now I'm training the drone skill, which will take 3 hours, 27 minutes, and 33 seconds. Hang on a moment while I do this. While I lock the targets and start firing. Launch my drones, where I'll explain. All of this will be explained at some later point. Okay, where are these guys? In this mission, I'm told to go destroy these ships. Right now, I'm locking onto their ship so I can start firing. But I need to know where they are first. Where is he? There he is, okay. We're heading in the right direction. going kind of slow, but that's alright. So in this game, you can do many things. You can go on missions, like I'm doing now. You can do exploration, which is where you find certain sites in the system. We're in a system right now, like the solar system, except obviously different place. You can do exploration, you can do PvP, player versus player. You can trade, you can do hauling, many things. The currency in this game is ISK, interstellar credits. Let's throw it on the tab. ISK. Currently I have 21 million ISK. A decent amount, not that much. Apparently I'm being fired on. Huh. I think one of my options is off. Turret effects. Turret effects is on. I don't know what's wrong. Let's begin firing. Let's tell my drones to attack their target. Yep, they are. Let's unlock this target. Let's unlock this target and start firing. So I'm going to go over some of the ships. So like I said before, I'm flying in a carousel, a Caldari cruiser. There are many different size ships, starting from frigate, well, I guess technically starting from interceptor, but when you begin the game you start out flying a frigate. So it goes from frigate to cruiser, which is what I'm in, to battle cruiser to battleship, and so on and so forth. Well, these guys are actually doing a considerable amount of damage. It's because I'm not paying attention. So a neat feature of EVE Online, one of CCP, the company who makes this game, one of their main selling points in this game is the fact that the way the game works is that... Where are these guys? Okay, there we go. They're too far away. Is that unlike most MMO games, which are run on multiple servers, where two characters can be in the same place, but they're on different servers, so they won't see each other. EVE Online isn't like that. EVE Online is run on one server. The thousands of players are running on one server in one universe. Just to give you an idea of how big this game is, I'll open my map up. And each of these systems are each multiple systems that you can go to. I think right now I have... I can unflatten this. It's the 3D view of the solar system, of all of the entire galaxy. Each place is one that you can go to, and these different colored dots represent different things, and I'll explain that now. Currently I'm right here in Urnhard. Let's begin firing. I'll get out of the map. Okay, so the different colored dots represent different things. They represent security statuses. Each system has a different security status. These security statuses go from 00 to 1.0. They show the status of Concord, the security in the system controlled by Concord, if that makes sense. Concord is basically the police force. They are the police force in this game. Let's approach here. I'm going to save the location. If you attack another person's ship unprovoked in high security space, then Concord is going to come and they're going to kill you. It's as simple as that. And killing other people's ships unprovoked is a feature of the game. It's done all the time. It's not against the rules or anything. So, from 0.5, 1.0 is high security space, where you will be destroyed if you attack someone. If you attack any other ship unprovoked. 1.0, 0.1, 0.4, it might be 0.5 space is low security space, where you can attack another person's ship. You won't be destroyed by Concord, but you will lose security status. And if you have low security status, then obviously that's not a very good thing. Engage target. And 0, space is where anything goes. Anything can happen in 0, space. And like 0, space, there's also wormhole space. Space contained within a wormhole, obviously, where there is no Concord because wormhole space is unexplored, so anything goes in there as well. So as you can see, we've almost killed the last ship. This is actually Rogue Drone Sentry, and there it goes. I blew it up. So you may have noticed me clicking over here and hitting engage target. These are my drones that I control. The ship can't have very many drones, but you can have 2, so I might as well use them. I'll show you what they look like. They're so small. Okay, turn the drone bay. So I think we need to go to this cargo container and pick something up. So I'll explain down here a bit more. As you can see, I was hitting this button, and then missiles were firing. This ship, Caldari ships use missiles, and so I was firing missiles, obviously. These are shield hardeners, because Caldari ships are what is known as shield tank, which means most of their hit points are in shields. These shield hardeners increase my resistances. And the resistances are over here. Electromagnetic, thermal, kinetic, explosive. You can also do those kinds of damage. There's the ship. These are the things that are fit to the ship. Different stats, like how far I can target out someone, how many targets I can have, etc., etc. How quickly I warp. So this is an afterburner, which increases my sublight speed. If you see down here, I'm going 204 meters per second. If I were to turn this on, it goes to 397 meters per second. Here I've got 2 large shield extenders, which increase the maximum. Oh, that's not much. Which increase the maximum amount of shield hit points that I have, and then I have these 2 ballistic control systems which help with my missiles. Are we done with this mission? Yes, we are done with the mission. Okay, so I'm going to return back to the station where I started, get the ship that you first originally saw, my Comrade, come out here and salvage these wrecks. So in this game, you have different systems, like I've explained before. The way you get from system to system is you go to warp gates, and stargates, and they take you from system to system. And this makes sense because even though right now we're traveling at about 3 AU per second, which is roughly 400 times the speed of light, even traveling at that speed, going across the distances between systems would take too long of a time. There's the planets. I'm on a pretty low graphics setting, so the game doesn't look as beautiful as it usually does. That's alright. I would like having 60 frames per second. Why didn't I jump? go. Now we're gonna go back to the station.
Warp drive
When you
active.
go to stations, you dock up in the station and you can use the services there. You are safe in stations. In normal space, if you're just flying around, you're almost never safe. And this is due to the fact that in this game, pretty much anything goes. You can make tons and tons of ISK just from scamming, from killing other people's ships for profit, all those kinds of things. They're all viable things to do in this game.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, let's put these ammunition that I got here. Excuse me. Let's complete the mission. You got about 200,000 ISK from that. Not that much. See, over here. I'm going to go down here to my ships and go into this ship. Now normally the overview can look like this. You can see you've got items, ships, help, militia office, accessories, jukebox, journal, browser, fleet, wallets, assets, corporation, map, contracts, science and industry, market, fitting, email, people, places, character sheet. I just prefer having it smaller because it takes up less space that way. Okay, so we're in this ship. I'm going to make sure I have my salvaging fit on. That's one of the things you can do in this game to make a profit, is salvaging wrecks. When you destroy a ship, what's left over is wreckage. Now, in the ship's cargo is where items might be kept. But in order to get all of the things from the ship, you use salvager modules found down here to actually get the materials that are left over. Let's go back.
Docking permission requested.
Oh, no. No, no. Let's actually do that
Warp
instead.
drive active.
In order to warp to a certain location, you have to be within 5 degrees pointing at it. You have to be aligned to it. And then you can go into warp. Another feature of this game, well, 2 other features, in fact, are industry and mining. Mining is where you go to asteroid belts or asteroids and you mine the materials off them using mining modules. These are all modules, if I didn't already say that. Industry is taking the ore that you mine at minerals, at asteroids, taking it, turning it into minerals, using those minerals to build things. Like ships, modules, etc.
Warp
Now let's
drive
go to
active.
where I did the mission before, because when you complete a mission, all of the mission scenery, all of that gas clouds that you saw, disappear, but if you save the location of where it was, because you can't just warp there if you don't know where it is, if you saved its location, then you can warp there and salvage the wrecks. Now, EVE Online is a very difficult game. I'm gonna say that now. It's a very, very tough game. I've been playing it for less than a month, and it's very, very difficult. Let's approach this. This game is very difficult. It has one of the steepest learning curves of any game there is. Rocket launcher. Salvaging modules. They have a pretty effect now that CCP has reanimated all of them, but they're so annoying. I'll zoom out. So this game is very difficult. Anyone can kill you. Anyone can scam you out of your hard-earned ISK. Anything goes in EVE Online. And a good saying to go by is, don't fly a ship that you can't afford to lose, because you lose ships all the time. Another important aspect about EVE is that if you want to be successful in EVE, you need to like reading, because there's so much content and material out there on what different websites that you need to read the information to learn more about this game. You can't do many things in this game just by playing it. You need to know what you're doing. Otherwise, if you don't know what you're doing, that's how you get blown up and killed. Pod killed. I'll most likely edit out the parts where I am just flying in between the wrecks. As you can see right now, I'm using this module down here, which is similar to an afterburner, except for the fact that it's not an afterburner. It's called a micro warp drive, and what a micro warp drive allows you to do is it increases your speed much more than an afterburner does. An afterburner increases your speed by about 120%, I think. Probably less than that, and a micro warp drive increases your speed by about 500%. As you can see down here, we've been getting some salvage from these wrecks. Not very good salvage. It's alright. It's pretty bad, honestly. I mean, one time I got salvage that was worth 7 million ISK just on one module, and this is not very good. I got some Scourge heavy missiles, which is what I'm going to use on my next ship. My next ship that I'm going to fly is going to be a Drake battle cruiser. I can fly it already, but I don't have very good skills yet, so if I flew it, it wouldn't be a very well fit ship. The reason why I'm trying to get a better ship is because I want to do better missions. The missions are ranked into 5 different ranks. 6, depending on how you count it. There are level 1 missions, L1 missions, L2, L3, L4, and L5 missions. L1 missions being the simplest. You can get them from any agent. You have to talk to agents with high standings. You do missions to get higher standings so you can do higher missions. That's how the game works. So L1 missions, anyone can do them. L2 needs higher standings. This mission that I did was a pretty basic L2 mission, not a very difficult one. L3 missions, L4 missions, L5 missions. L5 missions are done in low sec or possibly null sec. They require a fleet, and they're pretty difficult. And then you've got incursions, which are essentially extremely difficult missions where you have to destroy very difficult, rats. Rats are basically the mobs in this game. They're the Eve created mobs. They're called rats because pyre rat. The other kind of thing that you can do in this game is go into wormhole space and kill the drones there, and you can people make tons of money off that, tons of ISK. So that's it. That's all I really have to show you today. We made, let's see how much money we made in this short little mission we made. Roughly 300,000 ISK. Not bad. So I don't know, maybe I'll turn this into a Let's Play series chronicling my adventures as I grow and explore an EVE line. I don't know, maybe this will just be a one-time thing. as I'm not very good with following through on promises, I realize I have not made a video in a very long time. And I don't really feel like making excuses of why I have not. I just haven't. Deal with it. So, this is Eve. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.